It's Chanel time! Chanel have just launched their Autumn-Winter 2015 collection. I stand corrected, I actually think it might just be the Autumn collection. Just the Autumn collection. Even though we are going into spring here in Cape Town, we launch at the same time as Europe. So whichever ranges they are getting, we get at the exact same time, regardless of what the weather's up to. They sent me, spoilt me rotten actually, and sent me a couple of products to try and to play with. So I'm going to give them a little bit of a run through with you because it's Chanel, I thought that they deserved their own video. There is a post over on the site that has got the rest of the products as well as the rand pricing for those of you that are interested. The collection launched last week, I think, so that should be already available at all Chanel counters around the country. I'm going to jump straight in and start with the powder blush. I'm going to make a little bit of a disclaimer here and say that I am not even going to attempt to pronounce any of the names, mainly because my friend Stacey, who recently moved back from Paris after living there for 8 years, will take the utter piss out of me, but also because I just can't. I wouldn't even know where to start. So I'm going to leave it at numbers. So the powder blush is number 260. And it looks a little something like this. It's a really beautiful peach terracotta, and it's got very, very fine gold shimmer flecks in it. And don't worry, it's not RuPaul shimmer, it is Chanel shimmer, very subtle, and the gold is quite warming to the complexion. So great for you guys in the Northern Hemisphere going into winter, it'll warm up your complexion, and here in the Southern Hemisphere it's going to match beautifully with any tan that you might be getting. The collection is inspired by a forest in autumn, so think moss, tawny colours, highlighted with pops of forest berries and really beautiful dusty pink flowers that you might find on the forest floor. It's a really opulent, beautiful, kind of enveloping collection, and I say this every time that every Chanel collection that comes out is my favourite. This is my current favourite, unsurprisingly, and it'll stay that way until they bring out another makeup collection. And I'm always surprised at how the Chanel makeup creative studio manages to nail a feeling of a season every single time. It's basically the same products, just in different colours, but every time they nail it. So this one is very autumnal for me, and I will still be wearing it even though we are going into warmer weather here in the Southern Cape. Next up is this is the limited edition Rouge Coco Shine from the collection. There are quite a few lip products. They're also in the post, so you can go and have a look. This is the Hydrating Colour Lip Shine in 112. I'm wearing it on my lips today. I love the formula of the Rouge Coco Shine. If you haven't tried it before, it's a little bit like a cross between a lipstick, a balm, and a gloss. It's kind of like a... I can't really describe it. It's a bit of a hybrid. So it gives you quite a bit of colour, but then it's hydrating and balm-like. So it's glossy, but it lasts quite a bit longer than a gloss. It's very comfortable on the lips, and yeah, it lasts well. It's not going to last you 8 hours, but it is going to last you pretty well. It's going to last you quite a few hours, depending on how much you eat or drink, of course. This is the shade. It's really beautiful. It reminds me of, there was a Bobbi Brown limited edition Christmas lipstick that came out a couple of years ago. It's pretty much the same colour, but I prefer this because I find the formula a lot more comfortable to wear. And as you can see, I mean, the colour payoff is pretty good for something that doesn't claim to be a full-on lipstick. Again, I think quite universally flattering. I think it'll work on olive skin tones, dark skin tones, and I think it works pretty well on my pale skin. So quite a good all-rounder. We're coming into southeaster season in Cape Town, so I don't know if I'm going to be wearing it during the day too much, because those of you that live in Cape Town will know gloss on your lips is not good, because that wind blows like crazy and you end up with stripes across your face, which is just, it's not a good look, let's face it. Next up is quite exciting because with this collection they're launching a brand new mascara that I've been waiting for quite a while. I'm a huge fan of their mascaras, and in fact their plastic brushes are the only ones that I have in my collection. I don't traditionally like plastic brushes, I prefer proper fibre brushes. So this one, although it is a fibre brush, is it's quite spectacular. It's called Le Volume Ultra-Noir de Chanel, and opened the box and got really excited. Beautiful chic packaging as usual with Chanel. But then, this is the brush, which I'm sure you'll agree with me is quite scary. And I thought, oh gee, that's just going to create a hot mess on my eyes that's going to take packets of wet wipes to remove. But actually, because the bristles are so short, it doesn't actually transfer onto anything else. I'm wearing it today on my lashes, and this is only one coat, which I don't know what you guys think, but I think that's pretty impressive for one mascara, like one coat of mascara. I mean, yeah, it really is amazing. It's really, really dark. It's very, very pigmented. It gives super volume at the base of the lashes and gives quite a bit of length. So it's pretty much an all-rounder. The formula is quite long wearing as well. It's not waterproof, but it does. I've been wearing it all day and it's around 3 o'clock now, so it's done pretty well. Phenomenal. I'm really, really excited that this is launched. And even though it is launching with the limited edition collection, it will be mainline from now on. So get down to your nearest counter and find this. It really, really is phenomenal. I haven't played with it too much, so I haven't layered it or seen what else it can do, because I think that this is quite enough. But perhaps for a night out I'm going to give it a go and see how thick and rich I can get these lashes. The best thing I like about it is that it really gives quite a feathery look for quite a, I mean, it's quite a thick formula and it gives quite a feathery look. And I read an article actually this week that Audrey Hepburn's makeup artist used to separate her lashes after he'd applied mascara with a pin to give a very fluttery, soft, doe-eyed look that she had. And this does a pretty good job of it without the danger factor. So if you like fluttery lashes, give this a go. Yeah, it's really, really great. And then last but not least is the Vernis. Now, I've always loved Michelle? Why do I keep saying Michelle? I need to phone my friend Michelle. She's obviously been on my mind a lot today. I keep saying Michelle instead of Chanel. Anyway, I love their nail polish. And there are 3 in this collection. 2 which are fabulous, and 1 I can't get behind. I'm not going to lie, I don't like it. I'm going to start with that one that I don't like, and it is shade 669. It looks like this, and there's no getting around it. It's brown. It's it's brown nail polish. It's a very, very deep burgundy, muddy brown, but the burgundy in that is not saving it for me. I tried it on my skin tone and it is just horrible. I thought that maybe it would be really deep and just look a bit like a very dark oxblood. It doesn't, it looks like brown. So perhaps those of you that are not as pale as me could maybe try this and let me know what you think about it, and just see see what you think, and then let me know, and then I can recommend to people what kind of skin tones this should be paired with. It's not mine. Don't like it. Then the other 2 I really do like. First up, the 679, which is the darkest green I've ever seen. It looks black in the bottle, like it's not going to show up in camera. You have to really, really, really look at it quite closely to see that it is a very, very dark, rich, mossy green. And as soon as you put it on your nails, you get a bit of a fright, because it's quite transparent when you first put it on. I think that's quite green, but once you've got 2 coats on, it's really, really gorgeous and rich and opulent. I think it'll look really nice on your toes in the summer here, that we'll be able to get away with it. It's quite dark for the nails in the summertime, unless you're into that kind of thing, in which case wear it. It's only nail polish, it comes off. Yeah, so that's a really cool deep mossy green. And then last but not least, this is the limited edition colour for this particular collection, and it is this beautiful, juicy, ripe red tomatoey shade. It's got very subtle gold shimmer in it, like the blush. Again, this is Chanel shimmer, not RuPaul shimmer, which bizarrely doesn't actually show up when you put it on your nails. It's what I'm wearing at the moment. You can see it's a really, really stunning bright red. Yeah, it's beautiful. I think the inspiration for this was a berry of some description that you find in the forest. I've actually copied a lot of the press release and put it on the blog post, because the way they've set it out looks like somebody that wanders through the forest. It looks like a journal. It reminds me very much of Wind in the Willows. So it's got the flora kind of drawing, and then next to it is the the product, and then they tell you about the inspiration underneath it, which is, I thought, was quite cool, so that you guys can understand a little bit where they're coming from with the shades that they've chosen. Because I know sometimes in collections you go, well, why is there a pink amongst all the rest of these quite dark colours, or where does this bright red come from? So pop over to the site and have a look there. So those are the products that I've been testing and loving. There is also a really phenomenal 5 shadow palette that you guys need to just go and look at the pictures of that. It's just beautiful. Each shadow has been stamped with a different pattern, and it's amazing. It's one of those that you won't want to use, and it'll just be a waste though if it sits in your cupboard. I'm quite glad I didn't get one, because I'm always too scared to try those. I know I have a Dior one from about 8 years ago that I've never used, and it's just stupid because it's just sitting there, but it feels too gorgeous to touch. And Chanel does that every season. They bring out limited editions that no one wants to use. But anyway, I'm now rambling. So that was the Chanel Autumn 2015 roundup. Go have a look on the site if you want to see the rest of it. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm still a newbie to this. Hopefully this video will be edited. My last one I didn't, because iMovie kept crashing and it was driving me insane, and it was actually for a particular day. So apologies for that. Hopefully this one will be edited. If not, I'm going to go with it. Thanks for watching. Bye!